Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are continuing part 2 with our amazing guest, Jazz Sierra, and we are again super happy to have her back with us.
All right, so we wanted to talk specifically about the importance of female friendship, and you know, I think it's interesting how we thrive, like we yearn for female friendships, and sometimes it's like one of the hardest things to find is like a good female friend. And so I just wanted to like chat about that and
Kinda
see
dive
like
in
our
and
thoughts
see.
about, what's everyone's thoughts about female friendship
'Cause-
and the importance of it. Is it important? Is it not important? Has it changed your life? Has it not, like, and
I'm
thoughts of all that.
curious culturally.
Yeah,
Like,
culturally.
is it different, the female friends you have in Ireland versus the ones you have stateside? Um, it, or is it just pretty much similar across the board because it's a gender thing instead of a cultural thing?
I think in Ireland, the only difference in making any friend would be they're very slow to trust. But then once you've gained their trust, you've got them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like okay, we'll take you in your family now.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
the only like big difference. Whereas here, people are a little bit more like naive. Like they're just gonna like,
Yeah.
we're best friends, and I've known you for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're like, I don't know why she robbed me. Like, you know what I mean? Like 4 months later. So, it is like a little bit slower over there. But then once you've gained their trust, you're good to go. In terms of like female friendships, I feel like I've always struggled there, especially growing up because I had such a weird relationship with my mom. And it definitely reflected in friendships. I found it very difficult to make female friendships and enjoy it. You know what I
So
mean?
interesting.
But then once I started going to therapy and sorting some things out, you know what I mean? It definitely helped me to be more keen. And my best friend, her name is Eileen. She lives in Philadelphia. She was like there through it all. So like, each stage she
Yeah.
was like whatever I needed in that moment and vice versa. And I appreciate her so much, and I think it's really bonded us. And I can have like a healthy female friendship where I'm not like, I actually hate you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that doesn't sound great, but it was
but
really
it
difficult.
happens.
Yeah.
It
Because I did not
happens.
have a good relationship with my mom, and I still am a little, like we struggle a little bit. And it does reflect in how the rest of your relationships go. I
Yeah.
think your parent relationships always flow into how you relate to others.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Did you feel like it was hard to find female friendships even as a kid? Like, was it always tricky for you ever since, like, way back then?
Yeah, and it's like, I hate to say this because it's so like it sounds pick me, you know what I mean? But I did genuinely always have male friends.
Yeah.
Like I was always predominantly had male friends, and I think all the safe people for me as a child were male, and so like that's just what translated.
So interesting.
And so like even as an adult, when men are like hitting on me or like interested, it goes over my
Oblivious.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm so friendly, like
Right.
with guys, that I'm like,
Totally.
oh,
Yeah.
you want to bang me?
yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, no,
We're friends.
no,
Like,
I'm just
And this-
smiling.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah, it'll happen to me. People, I have guys compliment, oh, I like your jewelry. When does a man ever like a woman's jewelry? And I'm just like, oh, thanks. It's actually stainless steel and it doesn't oxidize and it's really great for me. It's so,
And they're like, cool.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, well, okay, nice to see you. Nice talking to you. And I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, there's that revelation after. But yeah, same weird relationship with my mom.
Yeah.
That translated into a lot of male friendships when I was younger. And then as, that progressed, like as I progressed in age, it just kind of females just seem so complicated
Yeah.
in comparison.
Because even like in work, really, like having a boss who was a female was very difficult for me because like my
An
mom wasn't
authority
in the
figure.
picture.
Yeah.
So like a woman telling me what to do
Yes.
was not a thing.
Wow.
So then to have a boss be like, you need to do this, I'm like, you need to back up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't
You're
cope.
like, Miss Ma'am.
And I was like, I need to sort something out. I need to, like, a come to Jesus moment. And so
interesting.
therapy definitely helped and, like,
Wow.
sorting a lot of that.
Yeah.
And because even, like, the few female friendships I did have, there was always, like, either a power struggle or just, like, a tension.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was always, like,
resisting.
resisting or in control. And so like it would create like codependency
Yeah.
or just the other person not feeling great. And so it's like I had to become self-aware and recognize those things. I'm like, I don't want to make you feel terrible. I don't know how to not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
so
in my
interesting.
brain, you're my mother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's some crazy awareness though, to figure that all
it took
out.
a long time.
So what made Eileen different?
Eileen is very just like, to be fair, she does have a masculine energy. Like I do think people have like,
Right.
lean into one more or the other.
I agree.
But she's also very educated and very patient. And so like, even when we started our friendship, it was a little weird starting because my roommate at the time had expressed to me, everyone likes you. This is so annoying. Like, I just want my own friends, and had become friends with Eileen. So then Eileen came over and was like, I want to hang out. I was like, I was like, I don't want that drama. I was like, you are her friend and you are not mine. And I'm going to leave. And she's like, no, you're going to be my friend. And I was like, good luck. Like, you know what I mean? And I actually became best friends with her brother.
Oh, okay.
Me and her brother became best friends.
Okay.
And then she was like, I need to know who my brothers hang out with. And I'm like, okay.
Trickster, little trickster.
And then like slowly but surely, like, our friendship grew and like we just shared things, and she taught me a lot that I didn't learn growing up, like just the rules of womanhood, if you will. Like, we have our own set of rules and what's okay and what's not okay, and like how we speak to each other.
Yeah.
And just what everyone thinks is common knowledge was not common knowledge for me. I had a lot of misogyny, but it's because I was raised by men. You know what I mean? So it was like objectifying people, even though like that's not even my whatever. And so I really had to unlearn a lot, and she helped me, and she wasn't afraid. She was the first person not afraid to call me out.
Oh, wow.
And be like, you can't do that, or you don't talk to people that way, or you need to have, girls don't do that, like you need to be a girl's girl. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just unlearning stuff and being open to someone teaching me, I think was really helpful.
I love that.
That's
How do you
so
feel
cool.
like you poured into her life?
We just always had like, it just always worked out that like,
It was like a good balance.
it was a good balance. She has like a bit of RBF, and I have like resting friendly face where I look more interested than
Golden
I am.
retriever energy.
I'm like, I don't want to have this conversation, but I look like I do. And she doesn't look like she wants to, but she does. So like we had to like sort that out. So like I kind of helped like be like, no, she likes you. You know what I mean?
You were the interpreter.
Yeah, we interpreted for each other, and she'd be like, she doesn't want to talk to you. And
I love that
Yeah.
so much. That's
Yeah.
so
The black
awesome.
cat to the golden retriever energy.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, very cute.
we were just in the wrong bodies, honestly. But no, she was always really good about it, and like we just been through so many crazy things with each other.
Yeah.
Like her current husband now, there was a time where like they got engaged and then it got broken off, and like she was at her lowest, and then I had like went to the hospital. They're like, you're gonna die, and I was at my lowest, and we're like, we can figure this out. And like we got like little tattoos because of it was 2019 it all happened. And like, I think we've been friends for like 10, 11 years now. And like
Wow.
just crazy stuff that we're like, we're going to get through this somehow.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
in the trenches, but then she's also so genuine whenever I do something well.
Yeah.
She's like the first to support it. Or like
I love
when
it.
I was, in Ireland, I had a lot of like sponsors here. She was the first one to sign up. She's still sponsoring. I'm like,
I
girl,
love it.
I'm right here. Like,
Yeah.
put that on pause, but
I love
she's
it.
just supportive. So
That is so interesting. I never made the correlation between mother relationship. I don't know why. I never made that connection.
do you have a
It's
good
so
relationship with your mother?
Yes, I do
Yeah.
have a really good. That's why.
To be fair, I didn't think about it either in that I know that mom trauma plays a lot, I think, with women. And obviously it manifests itself differently in men and women. But like for women, I feel like it's really intense. It manifests itself so I don't know. It's so aggressively manifested in a woman when you don't have that closeness with your mom, because you're looking for that as a female. You're looking for that closeness, and to not receive it from your mother as a child, you can, and as a female child, you're kind of like that goes against kind of like the programming.
Yeah.
So and you cling on to the first person who you can attach, and yeah, it was always. I mean, I had a half brother, who was, that was my first kind of interaction with family relationship dynamic growing up and kind of friendship. And then just being surrounded in a neighborhood full of boys, it just kind of ended up working out that way. But even when we had a girl move into the neighborhood, I couldn't deal with her. I couldn't deal with her. I'm like, girl, what are you even about? Like, what even is this? It was just so odd to me, the things that she would do and the things that she would say and the activities that she wanted to not that they were bad activities, but it was just
Barbies.
like so it was so foreign to me. I'm like, I literally have like Transformers, Micro Machines. I got those. You want to do those? But yeah, it makes sense that kind of like for females, that's how you mirror your friendships with.
I never thought of that.
And that might be why I couldn't for the life of me make them, because it's competition. It is competition between females, and it is like
That resistance.
there is that resistance.
Yeah.
It's like,
Which I think is a lot more common than we think. I think that whole, like, I've had a lot of guy friends my whole life, I'm seeing that so much more. Like, now that we started the podcast, I've had a few people come up to me and be like, it's so hard for me to find a good female friend. And they're like, I've always had guy friends. I've always had this. Like, it's just so much easier to talk to guys. And I'm like, I agree with that. Like, I agree. But I think it is important to at least have like one good girlfriend in your
because
life.
there's that level of support that
only a woman could give
that
you.
male friend
Oh
can
yeah.
give you.
I'll never like after like my friend Eileen, like I was like, I can do this. I can be friends with girls. And like she even pushed me to be friends with more girls because she was like, Jazz, yes, you have a lot of guy friends, but you're also fluffing them. And I'm like, I'm just their friend. She's
Meaning like what? Like you were trying to
like I'm almost like building their ego and like, but unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, I don't know. I'm just friendly.
Yes.
And so, and it was so funny because there were so many females who wanted to be my friend.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know how to navigate it.
I did.
But you're so friendly. Like you're one of those people that you can't be like, no.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you have like a different aura about you that it's just like, oh, she's safe.
She's like,
Yeah,
okay,
no.
good. Oh, good. That's good.
It is because there's a lot of girls that you come in contact with. Oh my god! Like
There's
immediately.
an unsafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
That's so interesting. I always gravitated to girls growing up. Like I was always like a girly girl playing with the Barbies, doing the like arts and crafts. Like I loved girl friendship. And so it is interesting to me because I don't have that perspective. I mean, like in high school and college, I feel like all of a sudden I made all these guy friends. I don't know if it's because I opened myself up to it and I was like, I guess I should like be friends with guys. But like I loved having guy friends growing up. Like that was so fun because it was so different. They were so honest. There was no like BS. It was just like they are who they are and you don't have to be anything fake. I don't know. I liked that part of it. Like it's just It's just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
There's a
part.
chill factor that comes with being friends with.
But I
with
do
guys.
feel like I'm a minority in the fact that I always gravitate to girls. I'm like, I relate to you. I relate to you. So
I'm a girl, you're a girl. Yes.
But I think there's a lot of women like that are just like, it's hard. It's hard to be friends with girls.
So the next question is, how's your relationship with your mother?
Yeah, I know, right?
Is that a real question?
I had a great. I'm
mean-
such a mommy's girl. I don't even know what that is, but I do love my mom, and I feel like me and my dad have a great relationship now. But growing up, I don't think he knew how to relate to me, so it wasn't very close. It wasn't as close. I mean, he was always there. He was a wonderful dad. He was an amazing dad, but in terms of like our relationship,
Right. Especially as you get older,
it was
like,
a little bit like he was always with the boys type of a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I was like, I know girl things, you know.
Oh, I
know
didn't.
girl.
I didn't know many girl things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was another thing about Eileen. Like, she even taught me how to do like my makeup properly, and didn't make me feel like embarrassed. You know
I
what
love
I mean?
that.
Like, just
That's
different
nice.
things, like
I love
like in
that.
form of like femininity that I just didn't
Yes.
have, and like skills I didn't have in that way.
I love
She
that.
was like, just come on, I'll show you. Like,
Yeah, no.
I love that. And that's why it's so important, because if you don't grow up with like a sister or like a mom figure or like any of this,
yeah.
these friendships are like amazing. They're so essential. And that's
Yeah.
what I love about girl
girl power friends.
girl
Which
power.
is crazy because I love the Spice Girls.
I love
We
the
grew up on the Spice
Girls.
Girls, Destiny's Child. It was all like girl,
Girl
power,
power,
our
yeah.
whole childhood.
And I think that may have set us up for failure, because the
Why?
way they like made female friendship seem so empowering, and then you couldn't find it. I was like,
Oh, okay.
where you at?
It's a lie.
Where-
It's a lie.
But no, it is out there. It's just, you need to find. I think you need to take the Irish approach.
The Irish approach.
And just watch and learn and listen and see if this person is actually worth trusting, because females be conniving sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
They can
even
be.
going
Yeah.
to lie
Super.
to you, super conniving.
I
Like, they'll go
know.
behind your back and do things just because they think is a man involved.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what that.
Girl, I don't want your man.
No, I know. I really don't want that. I really don't want that. I thought we were just having a good time being friends. No,
I know.
no. And it's like, it's not that serious. You and that man together. I swear, it's really not. But if you want him, fine, have him, because I don't want him. But they will do what it takes, and women.
Women will become
Cut-
private investigators, like
And
stalkers.
they learn how to
like,
cut to your core.
oh yeah.
Because they know
Psychological.
Because you're like, oh, you're my close friend. I'm going to tell you everything.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Psychological
oh, you
damage.
pissed me off.
Yeah, this
Archives.
ammunition.
And I'm like,
Rolling through the archives.
rough.
yeah, no, it is.
I had
it
a
is.
revelation recently because I have two boys, and I'm like, one day, literally, I broke down crying. I was like, one day, a girl's gonna destroy my little boys' hearts. Like, and I
Aw.
just like cried because it's always
Maybe
usually
not,
the
maybe
girls.
not.
I know. I hope not. I hope not. But I'm like, statistically,
It is. Girls
I'm like,
be
a girl is gonna
mean.
destroy my little boys' hearts. And
It's
I was like,
I've never
sad.
been the breaker upper. I've been the break up-y. And I can't imagine, because dudes take it hard.
Dudes take it
and
hard.
they like
boys. Yeah, guys.
retract into themselves, and it's kind of so sad. Girls, we do, oh my God, girl, it's fine. We're going to go out tonight. Guys
Yeah.
are just like, I'm
Depressed for
Gonna-
5 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved her. I loved her with the deepest fiber of my being. Like, we think that they're not involved, but really they get super emotionally involved.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. But yeah, that's gonna be.
I know. I thought about that because I'm like, girls, because we can be so mean.
Yeah.
So mean. But
But female friendships are important.
They are important, and it is great, and it is special when you do have
you do
like,
find the right.
you know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
why I think that's what makes it so much more valuable, is because there isn't that many females who are willing to go to that level of support. It just makes it that much more
it does.
that much more special, that much more wonderful.
Thank you, Jazz, for sharing. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, this was so awesome. I really appreciate you being here and sharing from your heart and being honest and sharing your story. And I'm so excited for everything that's going to happen for you in Ireland. With your magically delicious accent going
I was
on.
gonna say, yeah. I'm like, I like that she added the Irish flair accent.
I do like it. It's so fun.
So
We're
fingers
so
crossed I'm
diverse.
approved. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to find Irish in America, so it'll be a time. But no, I think it'll all go through. It's gonna be great.
I think it's going to be so good. I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
So nice
you. I
having
had
you.
fun. You guys are fun.
Oh, thanks. friends. We try. We try. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Soul Sisters Podcast. We would love it if you could share with a friend.
And like, subscribe, follow, all the things. Anything that you guys share and promote is going to help our podcast grow. And obviously, this is for you guys. Like, we want this to be something that's edifying and entertaining and fun and a friendship that you can build on via podcast, just like literally listening in the car. So anything that you can do to share this podcast would be so wonderful. And we'll see you next time. Oh gosh, the little heart.